Kylie Kelce's reflections weren't about spectacle, they were about substance. She revealed how Travis and Taylor turned a 2-year milestone, often seen as the breaking point for celebrity couples, into the launchpad for something permanent. From family-first values to simple, authentic choices, their story challenges the myth that fame destroys love. And it leaves us with one big question: can more high-profile couples rewrite the odds the same way? Stick around, because next time we'll uncover another story where love defied every expectation. Here's the twist. Kylie compared her journey with Jason Kelce to what Travis found with Taylor. Different careers, different spotlight, but the same foundation of humor, trust, and respect. That parallel shows that love follows universal rules, whether on a football field or a concert stage. The practical lesson? Learn from patterns that work. Shared values always outweigh external noise. Kylie framed the wedding as more than a celebration, it was a statement. In her view, love acted as the anchor holding two global figures steady in storms of fame, pressure, and expectation. That perspective reminds us that stability isn't found in circumstances, but in connection. The takeaway? Whatever your world looks like, build relationships that ground you when everything else is shifting. Kylie hinted at what lies ahead, building a life rooted in balance, not headlines. She suggested that both Travis and Taylor see this marriage as the foundation, not the finale. That outlook reframes love as an evolving journey rather than a milestone. The real-world impact? Treat commitment as the start of growth, not the finish line. That mindset keeps relationships alive and adaptable. Kylie distilled it simply: lasting relationships aren't about fame-proofing, they're about intention. She pointed out that both Travis and Taylor chose consistency over chaos, even when schedules clashed. That intentional choice became their strength. For real life, the lesson is practical. Set priorities that protect the relationship first, everything else second. Fame or not, the rule applies. Quick pause. If you're enjoying this inside look at Kylie Kelce's heartfelt perspective, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next surprising story we break down. Your support keeps these deep dives coming. Here's a perspective shift. Kylie emphasized that the Kelces never treated Taylor as a superstar. They treated her as Travis's partner. Fame didn't come first, family did. That priority created space for authenticity to thrive, without pressure to perform. The reminder for us? In any relationship, define values early and live by them. When you build from the inside out, stability follows. What happens when reality doesn't match the headlines? Kylie noted that the media spun the wedding into a spectacle, emphasizing luxury and status. But those who were there knew it was warm, simple, and deeply personal. That contrast shows how easily narratives get twisted when fame is involved. The real-world takeaway? Don't let outside noise rewrite your truth. Protect your story, because only you live it. Kylie admitted she was unexpectedly moved while watching Travis and Taylor exchange vows. She described the moment as genuine, grounded, and filled with gratitude. Coming from someone who values family above spotlight, her words carried weight. It reminded her, and everyone listening, that love at its best isn't about perfection but presence. The practical takeaway? Show up fully in moments that matter most, because presence outlasts performance. Ever notice how little details tell the biggest stories? Kylie pointed out that Taylor added personal, creative touches to the wedding, from handwritten notes for guests to a curated playlist filled with meaning. These weren't celebrity moves, they were gestures of care. That creativity turned the event into something unforgettable. The lesson? Thoughtful details carry more weight than grand expenses. In relationships, the small things aren't small at all. Forget the fantasy of castles and endless fireworks. Kylie revealed the couple chose a ceremony that felt intimate and sweet, far from tabloid expectations. Friends described it as joyful but grounded, more about laughter than lavishness. That choice sent a clear message: authenticity over image. Real-world insight? The best celebrations reflect the couple's truth, not outside pressure. Keep it real, and joy multiplies. What's more nerve-wracking, facing a Super Bowl defense or proposing to Taylor Swift? According to Kylie, Travis handled it with his signature mix of confidence and humility. The moment wasn't about cameras or spectacle. It was personal, private, and deeply intentional. Kylie admired how he kept it simple, focusing on meaning rather than performance. The takeaway? Grand gestures aren't defined by size, but by sincerity. Imagine the off-camera life of two global icons. Kylie shared that what impressed her most wasn't public glamour, but quiet evenings where Travis and Taylor prioritized family over fame. Whether it was watching movies with nieces or cooking dinner, those unseen moments solidified their bond. For anyone navigating busy lives, the takeaway is timeless. Protect small rituals because they become the glue of long relationships. Here's a surprising insight. Research shows nearly half of high-profile romances end before hitting the 2-year mark. Kylie Kelce proudly noted that Travis and Taylor not only passed that milestone but grew stronger. For her, the key was consistency, choosing each other daily despite distance, fame, and relentless commentary. The real-life impact? Steady commitment outlasts spectacle. It's a reminder that endurance is built quietly, not loudly. Here's the twist. Both Travis and Taylor live in the eye of public storms, yet Kylie noticed how their similarities created balance. Travis's grounded humor matched Taylor's thoughtful creativity, forming a rhythm that made the chaos manageable. Fame didn't divide them, it aligned them. The insight? Shared values matter more than shared schedules. For relationships under pressure, harmony comes from balance, not constant availability. Picture this. Taylor Swift walking into her first Kelce family gathering. Kylie described it not as a star-studded spectacle, but as a surprisingly natural moment. Taylor blended into casual conversation, laughed at inside jokes, and helped in the kitchen. That's when Kylie knew this was more than a public fling. The real-world lesson? First impressions with family aren't about grandeur. They're about authenticity. Be yourself, and connection follows. Surprising insight, Kylie noted that the Kelce family wasn't dazzled by Taylor's fame. They were more concerned with how she treated Travis. That grounding perspective helped balance two high-profile careers. By welcoming Taylor as a person first and a celebrity second, the family strengthened the relationship's foundation. Real-world impact? When families focus on character, not status, relationships have space to thrive. The advice? Anchor acceptance in values, not appearances. What happens when every dinner date becomes tabloid fuel? Travis and Taylor's early months were marked by constant paparazzi flashes and endless speculation. Kylie Kelce highlighted how the couple managed this spotlight pressure by leaning into normal routines, game nights, family gatherings, and quiet dinners at home. Instead of chasing headlines, they built privacy where it mattered most. The lesson is clear: control the narrative by controlling your environment. Imagine being the sister-in-law watching this love story unfold in real time. Kylie Kelce wasn't just an observer. She became one of the first insiders to see Taylor not as a superstar, but as a genuine partner for Travis. Her supportive words reflected how family acceptance can accelerate trust between couples. Fame aside, Kylie emphasized that what mattered most was authenticity. The takeaway? Relationships thrive when family sees the real connection, not just the spotlight image. Who would have guessed a playful football reference would spark one of pop culture's biggest romances? When Travis Kelce mentioned Taylor Swift during his podcast, it seemed like nothing more than a lighthearted moment. But Kylie Kelce recalls how quickly curiosity turned into connection. Suddenly, the NFL and pop worlds collided, creating headlines almost daily. The lesson? Sometimes the boldest, simplest gestures start the most unexpected journeys. Don't underestimate a small spark, it can ignite something lasting. Only 1 in 5 celebrity couples ever makes it past 2 years, and most end quietly. But Kylie Kelce just revealed why her brother-in-law Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift turned that fragile milestone into something unforgettable. In this deep dive, we'll uncover Kylie's candid words about their journey, how a relationship doubted by millions led to a sweet wedding that even close friends didn't see coming. So here's the challenge. Do you think love in the spotlight is harder to keep alive, or does fame actually make it stronger? Drop your answer below before we break down Kylie's surprising perspective.